regulation for Telangana business. It's my privilege to invite our dignitaries to the dais. May I request Sri Ravi Kumar Garu, President FTCCI, P. Vijay Gopal Reddy Garu, Co-Chair Energy Committee, and Mr. Sikindar Reddy, Co-Founder and CEO, Coral Innovation Private Limited, and K.K. Maheshwari Garu, Senior Vice President of FTCCI. Welcome you, sir. Before we begin, I request Mr. Venkat to play the FTCCI film.
In 1917, year when a dedicated organization, the Deccan Chamber of Commerce, was formed to encourage trade and commerce activities. The historical journey of the organization has witnessed great transformation as per the changing needs of the industry and businesses. The Federation of Telangana Chambers of Commerce and Industry, FTCCI, a legacy of excellence, with the industry representing interests of over 25,000 businesses of all sizes, sectors, and regions, is empowering industry and trade of Telangana state. Leader in pharma, a global hub for vaccine, home to all major MNCs, leader in IT exports, and emerging first stop of India. FTCCI advocates a pro-business environment, caters to the needs of MSMEs, budding entrepreneurs, and traders through its advisory services in taxation, market information, industry-related issues, B2B connection. The Chamber has its nominees in the state-level advisory committees to help drive business productivity. FTCCI aids in providing certificate of origin for exporters, issues visa recommendation for business travels. The Federation imparts job skills through its dedicated skill center. It has adopted 14 government ITIs to improve the employability of students. With a uniquely global perspective, the FTCCI events reach a highly engaged audience, policymakers, and stakeholders aiming towards Atmanirbhar Bharat. Be a part of this dynamic and proactive organization. Together, let's realize the vision of a progressive future.
Thank you, Mr. Venkat. As a mark of respect and a token of our appreciation, may I request our President, Sri Ravi Kumar Garu, present a sapling to our distinguished speaker, Mr. Sikindar Reddy. Thank you, sir. May I now request Sri Ravi Kumar Garu, President FTCCI, to deliver the welcome address.
Good evening, one and all. Today's esteemed speaker, Sri Sikindar Reddy Tandra Garu, co-founder and CEO, Coral Innovation Private Limited. My colleague K.K. Maheshwari and one more colleague Vijay Gopal Reddy Garu, who is the co-chair for our Energy Committee. MC members and past presidents and the participants have all come in. In fact, I've been asked to give introductory remarks, but I was talking to the chief guest for 5 minutes. Then I realized, I was thinking it was like kilowatt ampere per hour is something new. He said, no, it's already there. Then I said, no, my introductory remarks should be minimal because I don't know the subject. But as you're all aware, FTCCI, as the voice of trade and industry, felt it is very important to create awareness among our members and the larger business community on this transition, which we are into it. And as you've seen the film, it's about 107-year-old organization, and we have about 21 expert committees, and we do play a major role, most of you are aware of it, in policy making of the Telangana state, especially the MSME policy, which has come in now. The wage revision is also coming in. We did a lot of paperwork here, and then we've given it to the concerned ministers, and they have really looked into it. And I will not stand for long in between you and the chief guest who's here, so that we all get enlightened about what it is, and then we get the benefit of it. And let's all enjoy the evening and learn something from here, and we leave. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to invite Sri Vijay Gopal Reddy Garu, Co-Chair Energy Committee, FTCCI, to deliver his introductory remarks.
Thank you, Mahesh. Esteemed speaker, guest of today, our President and Vice President, and all my learned gathering over here. You are all from the field of energy, it appears. So today, the government is forcing us to become smarter. Earlier, we used to have capacitor banks of certain capacity lying there, and whatever required power factor correction, it was being done. We were going about it. Now, the days have come. They are pushing us to become smarter with the help of younger generation, more smarter people and smarter equipment. So we were only aware, earlier it was only kWh billing. Now kVAh billing has come. In that, again, earlier only the lagging factor was considered for billing. Now they have brought in the leading. And maybe next the harmonics also will be coming. So let us be, for today, become aware of what are the possibilities, what are the pitfalls, and how we can manage it with the better, smarter equipment, and save ourselves from the extra penalties or extra billings. So today, I welcome the young speaker. Let him elaborate on all the aspects of it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing insight and for underlining the significance of energy cost optimization for business. Now it is time for the most awaited session of today, the technical presentation on kVAh billing and power factor management. We are privileged to have with us Mr. Sikindar Reddy Tandra, co-founder and CEO of Coral Innovation Private Limited, an expert in this field who will guide us through the billing implication, hidden penalty, and practical solutions for business. Sir, we warmly welcome you to take us through your presentation, sir. Please welcome you, sir.
So before starting our presentation, my presentation, I would like to address for a few minutes. Thank you very much, FTCCI, and our president, Mr. Ravi Kumar sir, and co-chair Energy Committee, Vijay Gopal Reddy Garu. Thank you very much, and K. Maheshwari sir, our Vice President, FTCCI. And a special thanks to Vinod Agarwal sir and Sujata madam. So for the first time when I have interacted with them, and that is the time, sir, I have decided to be part of FTCCI. And that is I was aware of it, but not aware to the extent I am now today. So the FTCCI is a legacy. I mean, we also as a company want to create such legacy so that, years together, people will get benefited out of it. Honestly speaking, before leaving this earth, I'll put my every effort to create that impact. That is one aspect. And secondly, sir, The last time also one event where we got the opportunity. It was a great opportunity for us and which has given good visibility. And before, becoming a member of FTCCI, I have clearly promised to be, Agarwal sir and, Agarwal sir and Sujata madam. I'll ensure we'll put every effort wherever required to educate every member of FTCCI. In fact, every industry part of Telangana. We'll try to ensure that, no one pays excess bill. Okay, in that regard, this is like first of its kind initiative, and we'll continue to do so. This is the beginning, and as much as possible, I'll try to clarify and try to, bring in that confidence in you all so that you can even share with, many of other fellow, entrepreneurs or colleagues who are not part here, but definitely gain confidence in us and take our thoughts and, views, proactive measures to effectively, not only get individual benefit, but for a larger cause of, reducing the emission. Every unit is almost equivalent to 1 kg of carbon dioxide, which stays in atmosphere for 400 years. So what we are giving for our future generation. Direct benefit we are having, but indirectly we are contributing for our future. So that is where I look at my daughter every time when we do something. It gives me immense pleasure, and that is the energy, real energy it will give me to put more and more focused efforts, result-oriented efforts. It is not that a poster activity or a small, information activity. No, everybody should really get benefit, and that experiences should be shared so that, more and more people will get motivated out of. That is the whole objective of this aspect. And will not put any jargon, to the point, crystal clear clarity. And you can interrupt me at any point of time. As much as possible I can. I have my senior colleagues, Srinivas, Vipin, Jaybabu and other team members who are experts in that field. One is, Dr. Srinivas, is PhD holder. So, we'll try our best to, clarify every doubt possible. If something we are not able to, definitely we'll consult somebody who can really get that answer and try to give you that answer for sure. So, all of us might have received a notice for this new regulation. And when we have interacted with some of our customers, we even noticed that, people were not aware. Even the same cases Vinod Agarwal sir. So incidentally, when I was, bringing to his notice about this regulation, kVAh, so he connected me to his son, then he got that regulation. So ground reality is that. So whenever that new thing, a information or a notice comes, right, it will not directly come to the concerned. So it will come at a time where, the valuable time of proactive measures is lost. So this is where, from the day one, we want to sensitize as many people as possible so that, that valuable time is effectively utilized so that, zero excess bill is paid in spite of a new regulation. So that is the whole idea. So this will affect every kVAh customer. So LT industry, HT consumers, all the HT consumers, about 11,000 or 12,000 HT consumers in Telangana will get affected with this regulation. Of course, maybe, I'm talking about Telangana, TSSPDCL alone, it may be about 15 to 16,000 consumers. And all LT high value and any commercial consumers, about 10 kilowatt is considered for kVAh billing. So every kVAh customer will get affected, maybe small, big, everyone. So this message should really penetrate to everybody, a bakery shop, a small shop, this building is part of kVAh billing. So like that, any industrial and commercial establishment also is part of it. Please, next slide. Yeah, I'm sorry. So a couple of slides about us, sir. Okay, you should build trust, right, with whom you are talking, whether these guys, as a company, we have that credentials or not. So as a Telangana startup, we are proud feeling that, we are able to, taken one initiative, at least I can say, where it will help, undoubtedly will help all the Telangana businesses. Okay. If you see, against all odds, we started our journey, and today more than 15 discoms across the country, few water boards also into that. We are a leader in our segment where we operate. So today we do 3.5 crore plus meter reads as of now. So in next couple of months, we will be doing at least 5 crore meter reads per month across the country, where our AI-powered OCR meter reading services are being used to ensure absolute accuracy in the meter reading process. Before bill generation itself, there was a time where people used to feed whatever they want. We came up with the AI, tool in such a way that, before bill generation itself, whether that reading is properly taken or not, we will ensure that kind of mechanism we could effectively enable it. And it is being a mandatory practice across the country today. And I'm saying one more experience I want to share. 3 years back, we lost an opportunity to a European company, a big company, giant in this, meter reading space. After 3 years, we re-won that order from Tata Power. That is a credibility we have against all odds. We have never, small opportunity was given in Tata Power Delhi. We proved ourselves consistently above 99 plus success rate we have achieved. Today, Tata Power Orissa, entire DISCOMs, where we lost order 3 years back, we got it back this year with everybody, and with a direct performance-based order we have got. So, and what I'm saying is, whatever we do it with seriousness, absolutely ensuring the result, real objectives are clearly met. So, just to gain your confidence. And from the beginning, we have been always passionate about not only helping utilities, but consumers as well. From the beginning, if you see our tagline also, Bharat Smart Services is our brand name, Coral Innovations is our registered firm name, empowering utilities and consumers. So from the day one, but consumer segment is, a focused segment, which I didn't have much experience earlier. Okay, that was a challenge. And second, it needs more energy and money into it to really establish as a, player who can help consumers. So that is where, strategically we have established ourselves with the utility sector. Okay, we established ourselves as an organization. Today we give employment to about 100 people. Okay, we grown. Now we have that strength to really, expand our scope for consumer segment. So strategically, we have been putting our effort from the day one. Okay, consistently. Out of that, 250, I think now it is about 300 customers we have. So, we help them to reduce about, 15 to about 15 lakh per month. If without our services, at least 15 lakh per month, they would have been paying excess. And it may be a little higher actually. This is, maybe a few months old calculations what we have done. So that is the impact we are able to create. And out of that, almost 70-80% are like our lifetime customers. Because they were paying just like that excess bill. We went to them, explained, then really understood, immediately enabled our, subscription services. And after that, taking care of their bill reduction is our responsibility. So that is how we are able to, consistently perform. And then check, we can give that, information around Cherlapalli, Nacharam, Mallapur industrial area. People really acknowledge our contribution. This is one aspect we have been doing, and subsequently, recently, we have very actively working towards helping even domestic segment also. All of us have got our residences in place, and there is no place without wastage. So that is our hard learning. Every day, wherever we are doing home audit or, industry audit kind of services, every consumer is delighted with the insights what we are able to give, which way they were been struggling. See, the basic problem what we noticed is, sir, we get a cumulative bill. It is a cumulative of entire building. What this very venue is consuming. Is there any scope for reduction? So there is no breakdown of your consumption. So that will make your whole exercise very tough. So we have mechanized in such a way that, monthly is, diverted into a, segregated into a daily, and daily again into morning peak, evening peak, night consumption. So again, then it can be segregated into appliance wise or equipment wise. So that is how slowly you have to figure out a way forward to identify the real reason and where all there is a scope for optimization. So that is how. So this kilowatt ampere hour. Ampere hour. So I'll explain that in another subsequently slide. You get clear definition, of a use. So another one platform. See, we do have a complete, ERP framework. In a very cost-effective way, we can configure to your industry. it is, as a Hyderabad startup, I am claiming from this very forum, in future, we will position this as an alternate to Oracle and SAP Indian product. I am sure about it, and we are putting every step towards that aspect where Indian product will be extensively used to enhance the efficiency of the whole business operations, or smoothen their operations, or bring absolute transparency and accountability into the system. Today we are dependent, all major big systems are all from global products only. We have every effort, we are really, it might sound a little different, but the kind of zeal and strength we have, it is only a matter of time. So here we can configure any small app to a very complex app. See, today, everybody using laptop is very tough. Suppose, you have your field teams in place, and, everybody accessing a mail through a laptop is very time consuming and may not be really convenient. If you have everything that kind of, today, what is my action points? If you get it on a WhatsApp with a click of a button, my work is started on spot. You are saving a lot of time there, and the comfort is enabled. So that will enhance your productivity. These small actions. So we have to really, most of the times what happens, because of our busy schedules, whatever process defined, we really don't give that real focus to enhance it further and further. That is where we lag. So these all small steps will help you to grow your business. Optimizing electricity bill, definitely it should be your primary criteria, one of the criteria, because you are paying for every moment of your use. Why not we have small time to debate and give some contest to the team to figure out a mechanism to reduce? Why we cannot create such things? I'm saying this is where I am focused, so I am touching on that point. I am saying one Coral again, an app which can give a lot of flexibility into the things. So these are two aspects, and I'll get into the topic right away. So this is the exactly the content what is mentioned in the notice, whatever you might have received related to kVAh regulations. So usually what happens, these all aspects are initiated from regulator. But before that, definitely there might be a real case study presented from DISCOMs. Okay. So regulator, TG, ERC has approved or directed Telangana DISCOMs to enable this lead aspect, unblocking the lead component, for kVAh customers. So that is one thing they have mentioned. And what they have mentioned is, you have to maintain PF, and they have given a considerable time, good amount of time. 3 months is a decent time. I think over the, maybe it may slip little more also for effective implementation of this new regulation. But after the notice period, you will be impacted with a new bill. So whatever notice you have taken, your timer has started. You have a window of 3 months to correct that. So that is how you have to plan as a whole industry. Everybody, this is one first aspect. Have you received the notice? What date you have received? From that date, 3 months is the time for your correction. So simple terminology I'll explain. kWAh units are what you are using. Okay. And kVAh units are lag and lead both together are excess units. kVAh units are what you are paid for. You will be paying for kVAh units. So that means you are using kWAh units. You are paying for kVAh units. So the extra component is kVArh units. Earlier it was only lag, now lead component also is there. So if you maintain absolute PF, one without any lag and lead, kWAh, what you use, what you pay is same. One resolution, let's take it from this very forum, very venue. We will put every effort to ensure we will only pay for what we use. There is a clear regulation for kVAh, but we'll take such measures to ensure that, we only pay for kWAh units. It is possible. Many industries who pay crores of bill a month are able to manage 0.999 power factor. Technically is absolutely possible scenario, irrespective of your industry and nature of the business, what you do. So first clarity what you get is absolutely is it possible to manage kWh, what you use, and that only you will pay. Yes, absolutely possible. So you should do whatever required intervention timely, proactively to ensure that you only pay for what you use. So one resolution, let's take it from this venue that we'll only pay for what we use. So that is the whole idea of this one slide. See why this is introduced. It is not just to impose a burden on a consumer. It is scientifically introduced because it is affecting their network also. And it will affect your equipment as well. By putting a leading, excess overcompensation, it will definitely affect the equipment what you are using as well. Because it will lead to high line currents, and increased losses, okay, and over voltage into the system. So over voltage, many such customers in one transformer, under one transformer, the transformer will, get a over voltage or over current draw, which will lead to a failure of it. Again, it will affect you all. So there is all cascading impact is there. So it is definitely a wise call for any industry to have a real mechanism in place and ensure that you manage that very proactively. So equipment damage also is one of the factors which you have mentioned. Yeah, simple, sir. Simple. Whatever I said earlier with the overcompensation, there was no impact on your bill. But today, with the lead aspect also considered as part of kVAh billing, so you will be affected. So the moment this new regulation is effective into your bill, your lead component also affect your bill. So which is significant. We analyzed one of our customer who pay about 1 crore bill a month, I believe, and he gets at least 1 lakh, more than 1 lakh units. So we forecasted actually few days of reactive lead component we captured through our mechanism, and we extrapolated for the month. Then they might get at least minimum of 1 lakh units extra. So that means about 7 to 8 lakh rupees he has to pay excess. If he is not aware, he is not taking a proactive measure, you cannot get back that money. Please understand. Proactively, one small hesitation, to take that call with small cost will hit you very bad. So if you see earlier, a graphical representation, earlier also it is 0.9 lead, but it was considered as UPF. Okay, but it is, so there was no impact on the overcompensation. So you were getting one lead. So hardly any excess bill. Now same thing, you get significant, excess units. So a very clear indication. Same before and now. Yeah. So this is the, how the power factor will affect on the load currents and the transformer capacity similarly. So it will lead to higher load currents and, over voltage, which will affect that, equipments and all. Simple power factor. Now with the new regulation, this is compiled. If it is less by, 0.9, then your bill may go up to by 10, 11%. Okay. If it is 15% less, then 18%. If it is 40% less, then it is 67%. So there is a direct equation. So, I mean, most of you might be very, very clearly aware. But, in spite of this, out of our experience, I'll share, they have installed APFC panel and they are in assumption that everything will work forever. Definitely not. They have APFC panel in place and they are paying excess bill from 7-8 months. Nobody has seen it. And in some cases, there is a mention of people have different practices to proactively monitor this. We also admire, appreciate, and learn from that practices. People just make a note of all the readings, hourly, daily, morning, evening, different places. In some places, I found they have very sincerely written low power factor, but nobody acted upon it. So end of the day, there should be a real mechanism. In this busy world, an intelligent system is required which will alert you, which will enable you to do that activity. That is required. Today, everything I do myself, what is the, power of technology? Should be able to really enable that kind of aspect. So as a company, we are trying our best, and it is a continuous journey. Whatever we have today, definitely down the line, if you see lot of value-added functionalities will be there, to enable that real use cases for every consumer. Srinivas, can you explain more about this? I think lastly you added this slide. Please come. Before you come, I'll just... So these are different meters. Please come, please come. So different images where, display parameters, which parameter has to be. See, throughout your journey, sir, till that time you might have deployed since the beginning of meter deployment, you may not have never captured the lead or lag parameter. Okay, so kWh, kVAh difference itself is, a clear indication of that lag component. So you may not have really, gone into capturing of the lead component. And one more thing is, now from where you will get? You don't have a record of that in the bill. How you get that? So the only source is from meter display. So now you should have a real mechanism in place to capture the required parameters as per new regulation also, to capture it properly. So for that we enabled our app, okay, that we will explain further. Yeah, Srinivas, I want to you just explain about that slide.
Actually, for maintaining power factor is not only reduction of bill. If you need to maintain power factor unity, otherwise you can see the transfer same. It's a 100 kilowatt load. For the 100 kilowatt load, this power factor for the power factor unity means kVAh and kWh both are same, kW and kVA. But if the power factor is 0.9, you can see over there that capacity, also transformer capacity, apparent power, and load on the cable is also increasing, and it will affect this transformer capacity is also increasing. If the power factor is low, it will also affect the transformer load. That is the problem. It is also increasing the bill as well as the transformer also. This is the main intent. And not only power factor, and any industries, these harmonics also there. These harmonics will reduce the power factor. Also, it will damage the equipments. Whatever equipments we have, some motor or some machine, it will damage the equipment. That we need to avoid by using these some of the component like AHF, active harmonic filter. This is also very important in our this one. And we are having this fifth harmonics like third, fifth. Third is very dangerous, like fifth, seventh, 11th, like that harmonics are there. We need to avoid by using these filters. And also, what is the benefits means these cables, that cable heat will increase due to the harmonics, and also this transformer will damage, and also this trips, some equipments will trip due to the harmonics, and losses also will increase. And these with these filters we can reduce that one also. And also another one is ASBC. To maintain these nowadays, to maintain the power factor, we have the APFC. APFC will maintain the power factor to if it is lagging, it will increase to it will make it to the UPF. If your power factor is in leading, means you can't with the APFC. APFC are having only capacitors. It will turn down, means that power factor will go to the leading condition or UPF, but it will not come back. By SVG, it will come back. It is also having the reactors.
not only capacitors, it will act as a reactor also. That is SVC or STATCOM.
Thank you, Srinivas. So this is related to, reading, understanding, making them understanding. We simplified it. And I think it might be in the next slide. So this we have, of course, discussed. Can we ensure no additional burden with new regulation? Yes, absolutely. As a Bharat Smart Services co-founder, I'm saying very, very focused, very confidently, every industry in Telangana can ensure they don't pay any excess bill at all. It is possible. We share this information and we act very proactively. Definitely it is possible. And again, we should have this real monitoring mechanism in place. So every time you have to ensure that, it is intact, neither this side nor this side. So it is our responsibility. See, unless you maintain that, right, unless you have some mechanism in place to proactively monitor, how you will manage. That is that mechanisms are required. You figure out a very cost-effective mechanism, how you can do, how you can empower your person, your team members, what digital mechanisms you can further help. Yeah. Can we run that video, sir? Separate the video play, sir. Okay, sir. Are you playing? See, what we enabled, sir, a simple mechanism. And before coming for this session, even I tried this with my driver also. He could do that very effectively. So what we have done is, all the parameters are available on the meter display, right? So one by one, it will scroll. So which parameter do read is a tussle. Okay, it's a tussle. Understanding, that a new person comes again, the training is required. So earlier we had some practice of reading one parameters, now lag lead parameters are required. So now what we simplified is, we simplified in such a way that, you use our app, Bharat Smart Services app, and take your phone, focus camera onto the meter display. And every parameter available on the meter display or displayed on the meter display is automatically captured. So it will identify the meter make first, and then it will read all the required parameters, kWh, kVAh, kVAh, lag, lead, and it will save with a proof. Today, somebody is making a note with his naked eye. He might have written wrong, right, whatever it is. Yeah, please play that video. So LNT identified. LNT is the meter make. So it just identify the make. So this is not the required billing parameter. So it is backend, it might be capturing, but it is not saved. kWh. You can see auto capture. No one entered anything. It is from the actual video mode only, it is capturing. Then kVAh lag. Then kVAh lead followed by. Then kVAh. 4 required parameters. Right now, these 4 parameters need to be tracked on a, need to be monitored. Then all billing parameters captured. Simple. So what we've enabled, sir, the difficulty of meter reading or ensuring that proper accurate meter reading, whatever is reading is done, it will just get into the system, which can give you some insights. So everything is seamlessly integrated. First is simplifying the job. You might have a very, engineering level guy or a real technical guy, anyone. So that people might feel that, meter reading is a, maybe not my level of work. So you enable anybody to do that. So that is a real empowerment. It has been done. Okay. So that is, yeah. Yeah. So earlier, sir, see, 3906 is kWh. kWh is what you use. Okay. With the old regulation, 3906 and with some formula, some more units are added to it. Okay. So your kVAh units are a marginal increase. Okay. Because lead component was not considered in the earlier regulation. Same customer, it is a genuine data actually. We are not revealing the data, but name. So he has got 5,335 units of lead. Okay. So now with the new regulation, this also is with the formula of square root and all, it's added to kVAh units. Now with the new regulation, you'll get 4,007 excess units. So virtually your consumption has not increased, your production has not increased, but you will be penalized with the excess bill. So this aspect has to be clearly understood. So this lead, if lead is 0, virtually it will be one and the same. How lead can be 0? The overcompensation should be 0. How overcompensation should be 0? So what you have today, where you are overcompensating, that all has to be tracked, and then proactively a APSC panel, or having a capacitor bank linked with the load, on and off. I think different cost-effective mechanisms are there. You have to figure out the ideal mechanism which suits you, your budget as well as overall aspect. So that way, first one should understand. Then we'll figure out a way forward, whichever is fit. Is it clear, sir? Yeah. So this one more portal we have done, sir. This can be scanned. Of course, we share with all the team members as well. I mean, all the members who have come. So a calculator we have given. Okay. So from the meter display, whatever you do, if you have a practice of making a note, you can feed that value into that know your impact. What we have created a web link where you can feed in. You can know that calculation, how much impact will be there of your consumer, basically your load and all. So that is one aspect. So this QR code also can be scanned to get to register, as well as understand the impact of this new regulation, how much you are going to pay and all. So here, if you see the down below, sir, another use case, old is this much, 79%, there is an increase with this data, whatever has fed into. Actual from the meter only we captured and we fed it with data. So then you can find, how much increase it is having. Right, sir. I think we are done with the things, and happy to answer any queries. And we can have a very, informal discussion with all the team members, whatever we required.
Impact of crores of bill. Do the companies discounts give a notice in the sense with the change, whatever you tell, what is the power factor, how should the consumer take care of it? Are they informing that you are doing as a third party?
Correct.
But it is their duty. The discounts duty directly inform the customer. Third party assistance, it is to take or not, it is consumer's choice.
Absolutely.
So anything on that?
You are absolutely right, sir. See, they are definitely intimating and giving the decent time. Okay, that definitely they have ensured. They have absolutely not imposed anything. Okay.
What is the effective date of this new regulation, sir? You are telling the 3 months.
3 months from the
time.
notice period. That is what notice period.
Did they serve notice to all the customers?
Yes.
They have already done that.
They have ensured that. And I know because I closely work with the DISCOM, so they are making a centralized repository of these dates as well. So they are very meticulously, doing these activities.
You are accredited or enlisted by the Telangana?
There is no such process as such.
There is no process.
Okay. But we do 50 lakh bill generation per month for both the DISCOMs.
Okay.
So that is one connection we have, and day in, day out we closely interact for other opportunities.
Okay.
They're closely working with some other future opportunities.
Right. Thank you.
But as you see, some education, maybe, sir, See, we as a startup, sir, tried our best to make it as simple as possible, as useful as possible. Maybe somebody with some more intellectual thought, maybe more impactfully could have been done. So we'll try to even keep doing that.
Thank you so much for
that. App is free, sir. App is free.
Yeah, thank you so much for your informative session.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. And is it, as in your opening of your session, you were suggesting it is also applicable for our domestic use as well?
Not domestic, all the commercial establishments.
Commercial establishments?
We have some products related to domestic.
Yes.
So you're talking about that?
Yes, exactly right.
So any house you feel like you are getting excess bill, we'll sort it out.
That's what.
I'm assuring you we'll sort it out. See, today I'm saying we might have done few hundred audits.
there was no clue why his bill was high. Even some of the industries where we cater, right? The industry is one aspect, but when it comes to house, right, we are very, close to our heart. So, any excess bill in house is literally, it triggers even higher. So that way, some of our bill optimization subscribers for their industry, and we help them for their houses. And, people tried to spend money, time, and, in our first webinar, we conducted, a couple of webinars on this actually from previous Saturdays. One of the webinar he shared openly, you have a very, very good team and thank you very much. This problem of, 4,000-5,000 excess bill from quite some time, we could fix it. So I'll say some more example of it, sir. One more, my colleague, he was taking our smart plug device, okay, to test it at his house, okay, to make it compatible for Alexa, okay, and incidentally connected that to his fridge. And his fridge was consuming so much, compressor was not switching off only. And this is a common problem. Most of the fridge consumes much higher because the compressor, that sensing is not happening and it is continuously on. One plug for small time, 10 minutes, you'll get that impact. So today, when we do an audit, right, we'll break, your whole consumption into appliance-wise. When we break that whole consumption into appliance-wise, that process itself, you'll learn. In some cases, there is a earthing problem. Okay, in some cases, versus rated versus actual. Rated is 1200, it is consuming 2000 watts. You have never known. I mean, you have never seen it. So these all, I'm saying you, right, with our experience and with our real implementation, I mean, on ground testing, I'm saying there is no place without wastage and, industry nor a domestic house.
One quick question. Is it also applicable for any region? For example, if I say like for Dubai, Singapore, Malaysia?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because of bandwidth expanding, we can partner up with, good people and we can go everywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll meet.
Sure. Happy to associate. Sir, earthing, it is a safety aspect. Safety aspect, people will die. See, I'm saying, right, sir, on this, we are very, very passionate about really doing some good jobs, sir. Okay, as a founder, because I co-founder, I have that leverage to take anything what I really feel like. Okay, see, recently during this safety week, okay, we had one session. So I had one meeting in TGSPDCL. Immediately I rushed back to our office and we had one session. So every Saturday we gather informally like this only. And I announced, so it is our responsibility as a employee of Bharat Smart Services to have earth load, relay, earth load protection relay, mandatory. I mandated, and immediately I got it installed, and immediately, sir, for my grinder, there was one socket where we were using our grinder, immediately tripped. See, I think something unfortunate I might have avoided, I'm saying. This is my live example, I'm saying. And after that, I immediately shared in the group and I insisted all my, colleagues also, their parents might be staying somewhere else. This is mandatory. Actually, sir, earth load is hardly cost anything, sir. But, life is very precious and what. So this is required. And hardly people have. Because I was not having till recent. Mandate. Yes.
You do your everything done.
Correct.
Is it not their minimum responsibility to guide the public?
There are few aspects I don't want to comment, but definitely, sir, other discoms, there was another place where we are seeing, we do image processing, right, sir? So we do a meter reading. So a meter photograph is taken for every meter reading. Okay. Recently, the Tata Power order, what we got from Orissa, earth indication is this. That indicates there is a earth leakage. Okay. So what we have done, we have trained our model to detect that earth indication also. Okay. And that is a mandatory regulatory compliance. So regulator has mandated it. So it is really one good, and slowly I think this might be practiced all across. See, safety aspects, sir, I think in India, I feel very sorrow and very bad also sometimes, like people take things life for granted, sir. That is very unfortunate thing. We should never do that. See, I think one small incident, we can never do anything for their family or for themselves. So we have to be as proactive as possible. Please, sir. One observation. Now, whatever these two examples that you have shown, now here there is a plus 79%.
Correct.
So maybe these are observed during lunchtime when all other machines are off and your capacitor banks only are high.
Sir, it is.
You are averaging it. Yeah.
29 days. On 6th, what was your reading? Okay. And
Yeah.
on 28th, 29th, what was your reading? So
So-
we have taken 2 different dates, actual readings.
So in that case, our discoms will wipe out all their losses. They will be into profits. And all our consumers will be going into bankrupt. Yeah.
So basically, sir, if you have the, it is in your control, right, sir? It is not that, they can impose
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
as such. It is
So-
in your control to, make that new regulation impact near zero.
The other one,
Sure.
now that you are into billing majorly,
Correct.
and you have all the data of so many industries also. So
We
can you?
sir,
No, you don't divulge it, or but for a research sake or academic purpose, how much saving is possible with all that
Sir,
data
actually,
which you have?
last time,
Yeah.
I was closely interacting with some of the DISCOM officials, and I studied on Nacharam alone industrial area, sir. I felt like maybe a significant amount, actually in crore, exactly I don't remember, in crores, there is a potential for saving. Small industrial area, there was a potential of savings in crores. Sir, here again, see, savings is one aspect, proportionately that much of emission is directly.
Both are very valid,
Sure.
but I think we should take a use case of one small industry.
Saying, sir, why not we have our industry, sir? We will ensure, sir, FTCCI पूरा industry को एक benchmarking डालते हैं. Before this session, we will have some reference created, and after this, we will try to educate. We will work with them, shoulder to shoulder, and hand-holding support will try to extend to every FTCCI member. Okay, and we'll set an example for other, such organizations where they can help in their respective, bodies. So that way, sir, we can try to see. Seeing is believing, sir. So today, my voice, you can see the authenticity because we have delivered. We have ensured that, significant savings to many customers. So we can have that for FTCCI, sir. I'm happy to do.
Other than the app, downloading the app,
Sure.
what else does
Further, if you see our, I think that slide actually I missed out. You nicely touched on that. So, sir, one is app is to just track the data. See, we have the 3 mechanisms, sir. First, you should detect, then correct, then optimize. So, detection point of view, we have enabled that, app, whatever I mentioned. So, where you can empower any of your team member to use that app. That is one aspect. Subsequently, another is you want our team to come in. Okay, you are busy with your schedules, cannot find time. So, if somebody you want, we can come down, understand on ground. We'll do a detailed audit of your, first of all, related to the new regulation. And if required, we can drill down into a detailed auditing as such. There we'll try to give you insights of low-hanging fruits, which is affecting your bill, where all low-hanging fruits are there, and recommended, interventions, cost-wise also. Then subsequently, we can enable a live monitoring setup. Okay, and there is a huge setup. Then we can enable with our smart devices a live monitoring setup. That also we have. And we have, once you are getting into our subscription, then you get that proactive alert, sir. We'll ensure anything is proactive. We will not, give you a reactive aspect. We'll try to give you the proactive aspect. And we will work with you with a clear roadmap of saving opportunity with a clear APSP panel supply and installation as well. So as a whole, whatever is required to handle this new regulation, not only this new regulation, as a whole, to avoid any wasteful consumption if it is happening, or how you can, optimize your usage. So whatever scope you have, we will be able to help you out. And I'm saying, sir, I keep saying this, and again, from a FTCCI, forum, I'm saying you, any of the service taken by us. I mean, you have taken our service, till you are not happy, no questions asked, your money will be returned. But it should be justified. That's the only request I have, because one cannot be, I feel, sir, maybe 1% but, people cannot be unrealistic or unreasonable. That is what is my life experience has been. And we are open to even write kind of such thing during your order itself. We are very sure about ensuring results. Value 100%. 100% will ensure. Bharat Smart Services app you can install, sir. Actually, small changes we have done. Right now, whatever we have, don't have this live monitoring feature. So in a day or two, we have already submitted for release actually, because it is regulated by Google Play Store and all. So it will take a couple of days time. Right now it is free, sir. But if your usage is, if it is really making sense, it will have a very small subscription charges. But right now it is free. You can absolutely use it. Bharat Smart Services. So with the Google Play Store, you can download and any smartphone, anyone can use it. That is the beauty of it.
Thank you for the wonderful presentation and clarification.
Yes.
The next steps, can we leave our contacts
Absolutely, sir.
for your people to get in touch with us? Number one. Number two, would you look at servicing a small scale industry or only allow a certain level of industry or whatever it is, or commercial establishment? What are your terms? Is it suitable for a medium, small enterprise also? These are my two questions, sir.
Yeah. So first thing, sir, the second point I'll address, sir, first. It is for everyone, sir. Okay. We cater to a very large industries who pay, 10 crore or 25 crore kind of bill. And we cater to a small customer, is paying 30,000 bill also. Right now, I feel our portfolio is that. So we cater to everyone. And undoubtedly, we are more reasonable, more focused towards the low consuming only, because they have more challenges in paying their electricity bill. Last time, sir, I share one example, a wood cutting missionary during COVID time. Ideally, he should get around 5,000-6,000 bill. So he was getting around 20,000 bill. He had no business. 5,000 he could have managed somehow. Because of that excess bill, he is, became a defaulter. But he was not aware that because of this power factor, he was penalized. So once we got in, he feels like, I'm lifetime your customer. So that way, sir, and we hardly charge. And the kind of value proposition you get, that is one aspect. Second is, sir, absolutely you can all reach out. Since through FTCCI, we can do it very, in a consolidated way. You can reach out to us as well as through FTCCI, even it would be more organized way we can try to help you. But sir, again, one request is we should share this information, sir, as much as possible. See, again, one more last aspect I'll say, sir. Today, you are running your industries, okay, and you have your residences. Today, if you get your high electricity bill, is there anyone quickly on your mind where you should reach out and 100% you can get a assured satisfaction? Nobody. Consumer forums is only, for complaining and all, sir. Solution. Somebody, today I feel like, my electricity bill is high, where I should reach. That is all there, sir, but it's a reactive aspect. I'm talking about a real solution in place. So I'm saying, somebody gets high electricity bill. I'm saying Bharat Smart Services is going to create that category. We are putting every effort to really make that happen. So we are, yes, of course, in a very, early stage, but our direction is very clear. And the way things are happening, I sense it's only a matter of small time. And we'll be happy, please, sir.
I'm a domestic consumer. During the COVID, when there was a lockdown for 3-4 months, it is at that time we got very high bill,
Very high.
extremely high bill. So that was like, running into 50, 60, 70,000 kind of thing.
Okay.
So we got a doubt and then we approached, see how can this happen? So they said we never thought about it earlier because during summer the bill is high. So we never bothered about it. Maybe we are using more AC,
Correct.
washing machine is on, mixie is on, grinder is on. We thought that because of COVID, because everybody is in the home continuously for 3 months, maybe the consumption is high.
Right.
But then when we started, where I went to the internet, started searching everything, and these are the number of ACs. There is only one washing machine. There is only one mixer. And then we started thinking that how many times we have use the mixie for chutney or for idli or whatever it is there. Then it shows very less. In the internet it is showing less, but it is showing very high. Then I wrote a complaint that I don't trust your meters. So first, unless you certify that the meter is right, we are not going to pay the bill.
Okay.
Then we said, please disconnect immediately. Anyhow, they disconnected. I said, I will not pay it. So then we don't know what to do. Then they said there is one thing which is, somewhere there the meter is tested. So we went all the three.
Big process actually.
So we went there, took it, and finally we found the meter is faulty.
Oh my God.
So we have been living in that house for 10 years. Then I wrote to them, so now tell me how much you will refund me. He says there is no question of refunding. So, unless something happens, we don't realize. Unless the impact is big, we don't realize.
Correct.
But when I started calculating on the reverse side, so I would have paid more than 2 to 3 lakhs of bill. For the last 10 years, I would have paid more than 2 lakhs extra.
Correct.
During the summer vacation. So then again I wrote to the MD of Telangana this and said, how is that you are calculating? Again after 3 months, next year, after COVID, next year the bill again came high. So when we wrote them, what they say is that based on the previous years, an average is taken and your billing is done.
When actual meter reading is not done, don't.
So what they are saying is that maybe you have used less this time, but we are generating electricity based on your previous year's use, and that is the reason the bill will be high. You have to pay it because last year you consumed let's assume that 200 units you have consumed or 300 units. This year, if you are consuming 50 units, how will we assume you will consume less? We will assume that you will consume 300 units. Based on that, the power generation will happen. So you have to pay that money. So this is ridiculous.
See, sir, here there are two. I'll quickly answer. See, I think rare chances that meter, but you will know that actually as a consumer, what appliances are there. Ideally, what I should get, with little effort, you can figure out there's something wrong beyond our usage. Okay, that you nicely figured it out, but you might have incurred a lot of losses. To address this one aspect, sir, we came up with a climate user initiative where we want to empower decentralized workforce, youngster or any senior people around that place. Okay, where these guys will come and help consumers to do an audit. That has to be done periodically, sir. That is what is required. Okay. Suppose this one plug, we have enabled app in such a way, it is a simple smart plug, but it is intelligently using this functionality. So you connect to any of the appliances, okay, to that, for example, that projector, what it's consuming. Okay. So you connect this and automatically it will switch on, switch off couple of times. Rated versus actually it will give you insight. Fridge 10 minutes, AC 10 minutes you connect, it will give you insight. So that way, one time the plug can be done, anyone can do an audit. Okay. So that way, sir, periodic audits are required. Maybe yearly once at least, 3 months, 6 months, based on your severity and usage and the doubt you have. Then, it will give you a visibility of your wastage. And that will help you to avoid. So that is how step-by-step actions has to be taken. See, one simple, sir, if we would have been there during that time, one call to us, your doubt would have been clarified. And actually this process also, the testing process also, very cumbersome. They have to go. And even Bhopal, sir, one experience I'll share, we got a order for consumer experience enhancement. Okay, whenever consumer complains high bill, we enabled a mechanism to count that pulses. Suppose I switched off everything, only 100 watt bulb is on, switch on, for example. So 100 watts, how much pulses are there? That kind of mechanism will figure out meter functioning is not there or not without any disturbance as first level check. If you find something is wrong, then you can remove or dismantle that meter, go to a lab and test that. So these kind of interventions are required. But somewhere, if it is too high, then only we are triggering, sir. As you rightly pointed out, we have little, because it is not really pinching, sir. Honestly speaking, the electricity bill not pinching a common man. I feel like, because when there is a small variation, people are not bothered only. They are not having that clear sensitivity towards that, how to optimize and all. So that way, a periodic audit will be able to help, sir, and definitely from our end, we will have that network in place. And recently, incidentally, I have done small one podcast. I think that there is a huge challenge of, unemployment. People are really behind to be part of that journey. And we are trying our best to create that network so that it helps consumers, it helps them, and it helps environment as a whole. Yeah, further questions offline we can discuss. Thank you very much. Once again, please, sir. Please.
In respect of the usage, they get the same bill. So they have an agreement with the DISCOM. So that you can discuss offline.
Thank you very much, sir.
Just 1 minute. Thank you, sir. Thank you for such a comprehensive, insightful presentation. Let's give you a big round of applause. May I request Sri kVAh Garu, Senior Vice President, please propose the vote of thanks.
Yeah, good evening to all of you. Speaker of the evening, Mr. Sikandar Reddy, co-founder of Coral Innovations Private Limited and Bharat Smart Services. Co-chair of the Energy Committee, P. Vijay Gopal Reddy, President Sri Ravi. I think this is a topic where question and answer session is on and on, because every one of us at some point of time felt that our electricity readings are little more than what we are using. The charges that we are required to pay is more than what we actually should be paying. And every one of us should have come into that. And so I would request all the guests who are present over here to take it online one-on-one with Mr. Sikandar Reddy to discuss their problems and for a solution. Now, one thing that we could all understand is the system of billing from kVAh, kWh has moved to kVAh. Even when I received the notice in my office, I could understand one thing very, very clearly, that the state government has decided to charge extra, and that is why they are moving a system from kVAh to kVAh, and that is very, very clear. But from what you have explained, we can only understand that if we keep the power factor at 1 or closer to 1, then we are not going to pay anything extra. But that means we are required to be efficient. And if we are not efficient, there is an inefficiency that will result in payment of a higher bill in terms of excess units that are shown, which is being utilized. So I think there is a need that we all should get our establishments audited to ensure that we are closer to 1 and ensure that we pay the same bills that we are paying. And this was the objective behind this session. And anybody who would like to get in touch with Mr. Sikandar Reddy, he's over here, you can contact him. And thereafter, if you also want to contact him or his team through FTCCI, you are welcome to approach Mr. FTCCI through Mr. Mahesh, who is over here. You can also approach directly, and we will ensure that your request is forwarded to him, and he takes up your job responsibility and then finds us a solution. So With this, thank you once again, Mr. Shankar Reddy. It was a beautiful presentation that has been given, and I think it will, all the participants over here, I'm sure they would benefit. They would have benefited from what he has said. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. On behalf of Coral Innovation Private Limited, Mr. Sikandar Reddy and his team would like to present a plan to our FTCCI President Ravi Kumar Garu and Vice President kVAh Maheshwari Garu and Co-Chair of Energy Committee Vijay Gopal Reddy Garu. Please come onto the dais, sir.
Very categorically, sir, if you see our tagline, every unit counts, every action matters. Very clear purpose every and you were yeah, I will have a good. Everybody. Yeah. I don't. Take 2 months.